Hi again, everyone. So today is another reaction video to one of the winter collaborations. This one will be the reaction to Tales of Winter by Hayato's Smirk, who is an amazing, amazing writer. I actually just love their work. If you haven't seen their video already, please go watch their video before this reaction. And yeah, I'm so excited. I just love their work, and so does my significant other, so this is just extra exciting to me. So let's get into that. Snowy fun time.
Can you finally tell me why are you dragging me all the way out of the city just to get on some hill? Semi suppressed an amused chuckle and instead continued to ascend a heavily snowed over road leading up the hill. He still couldn't wrap his head around the fact he somehow managed to drag Shirobue out of the bed at 7 in the morning on his day off to go to the countryside to enjoy the fresh snow.
Never.
No matter how much his boyfriend grumbled along the way uphill, he still didn't turn around nor insist on being left home. Which was a small miracle on its own. It's just a bit further up. And then you will experience the ultimate fun of every winter. Well, every winter that has snow, that is. Shirobue huffed and buried himself more into the thick knitted scarf, reminding Semi of a bunny.
It could be sledding. That was one of our words.
His heart jumped in his chest at the adorable sight, which he tried to engrave into memory. He had to hold back to not reach out and unwrap Shirobue from his makeshift nest to plant kisses all over his face, knowing Shirobue would never forgive him for exposing his skin to the surrounding cold. And so he just smiled and gently pinched the visible part of Shirobue's cheek before entwining their gloved fingers together and leading the way up. The brand new sledge is sliding quietly behind them.
So this is quite funny.
Don't be so grumpy. You have to admit it's beautiful here. The sun is shining, the snow is glittering, it's like a fairy tale. And it's quite warm when you give it a chance, you know. Shirobue threw him a scorching glare and huddled deeper into his coat. I'm quite content in my coat and scarf, thank you very much. Why are we going sledging anyway? It's childish. Semi covered his heart with his palm in only partially played offendedness.
Yeah, I'd be offended
what
too.
Do you mean
it's
childish?
Not for children.
It was my all-time favorite winter activity.
I love the activity.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Have you ever seen two adults going sledging? Tisk.
Yeah, all the time.
You are no fun.
We have hills all around my house.
You have what you agreed to date. Semi rolled his eyes, but he was well aware there was no real heat or annoyance in Shirobue's words. He wasn't sure if he chose right at the beginning either, but ever since Shirobue told him he was never sledging before, not even as a child, his mind was firmly set on showing his boyfriend just how much fun it was to let loose and enjoy the snow a bit.
Oh my gosh,
and so when the opportunity arose, he couldn't miss out on it. Come on, at least admit it's pretty out here. I know you like it when the sun shines on fresh snow.
That is a good feeling. I love the feeling of sun on fresh snow. It's a conflicting feeling.
That had nothing to do with
it's
the cold.
With warm. I just love it.
I admit you chose a beautiful spot. I guess it's nice we at least get some fresh air. Semi grinned and gently bumped their shoulders together. See? And just wait until we get all the way up. Look, we are almost there. As he said it, they finally reached the top of the hill. The view that opened in front of them was unobstructed and absolutely stunning, even though they had to shield their eyes from the pure white glow the snow reflected into their faces. Well, was I right? Shirobue clicked his tongue and looked away, but Semi was not the one to be fooled by that. He wrapped his arms around Shirobue's waist from behind and laid his chin on his boyfriend's shoulder, knowing he won by the way Shirobue leaned back on his chest. You don't have to say it out loud. Just enjoy the view. I am enjoying anything you come up with.
Oh,
he fell silent for a moment before tilting his head to make their eyes meet. I mean, we are here together. I don't need anything else.
My heart.
Now it was Semi's turn to be flustered, his heart speeding up in his chest and his cheeks flaring up. He bit his lip before nuzzling into the crook of Shirobue's neck, tightening his embrace a bit, and practically melted when he felt Shirobue's fingers running through his hair. You should have worn something on your head, you will get sick. I have a headband, that's enough. He looked up and smiled, battling the surge of emotions that swarmed in his chest. And I have my beloved sweet doctor to take care of me if I get sick. To his surprise, Shirobue didn't protest and even brought them closer together.
His doctor, oh my
Of
gosh.
course you dummy.
Sorry, that was a
You're
delayed
dummy.
reaction, but his
Yeah,
doctor.
my dummy. Let's start with the sledges, can we? Semi raised his eyebrow at him, grinning. Suddenly so eager to slide down? The sooner we get to it, the sooner I can drag you back home. Semi let out a
Shirobu's
short snort
excited.
of
I have
laughter
a
and
feeling that
giving
Shirobu's
Shirobue a quick peck on the
actually
cheek,
excited.
he stepped back to prepare the sledges. All right, but don't bet on that. No one was ever able to get me go home unless I started to get really cold. Shirobue rolled his eyes. Great. It's not that bad. You'll see you won't want to go home after just a few rides. I highly doubt that. Not for long. He sat down on the sledges and reached his arm towards Shirobue. Come, sit behind me and hold tight. When I tell you to lean, you lean,
The first time
okay.
sledding.
After a short hesitation,
I think Shirobue will like it.
Shirobue settled behind him and wrapped his arms around his waist before shuffling as close as possible to his back. If you crash us, I will be taking it very personally.
Of course.
Why do you think I chose a hill without trees?
Smart decision.
That doesn't.
A hill without trees.
The rest of the sentence turned into a loud squeal as Semi kicked the ground and pushed the sledges over the flat edge. He steered the sledges down, carefully keeping them
I
from
love
speeding up
Semishiro's
too much with his speed
relationship.
while trying to contain the excited scream
This is
already
so
halfway
cute.
from his mouth. He couldn't hold back the laughter though, especially when they came to halt at the heel of the hill. He leaned back, gently squeezing Shirobu's hand. So. That. Was.
Horrible.
Wanna go again? Yes.
Oh.
Semi
So not
snickered.
horrible.
See. Told you. He jumped up and rugged on Shirobu's hand to help
I
him
was about
stand
to
up.
get really offended if
Come
Shirobu
then,
actually thought that
let's
was
have
horrible.
some fun.
Pre-Christmas nerves.
God damn it. Kyotani flinched as the loud bang echoed through their home, followed by a line of colorful curses. He rushed to where he supposed Yahuba was, his heart speeding up in worry. Are you okay? He barged into the room, fully prepared to immediately turn around and run to fetch a first aid kit from the bathroom. Instead, he was welcomed by the sight of one of the large boxes lying on the ground, its contents scattered all over the floor, and Yahuba standing above all of it with head in his palms. What happened? Nothing. This damn thing just, arg. Why now? Kyotani sighed and carefully made his way over the mess towards his partner, who looked seconds before either collapsing or setting the boxes on fire with just his gaze. He took Yahuba's hands away and lifted his chin to take a better look for any possible injuries he might have sustained. Did it fall on you? Are you hurt? Yahuba looked like he wanted to snap at him again, if only judging by the glint in his eyes, but then just shook his head and sagged against Kyotani's shoulder, letting out a deep sigh.
His eyes.
No,
scary.
I'm fine. I dodged it last second.
I wonder what's in the box.
I'll clean it up in a bit. It's fine, I'm glad it didn't fall on your head. I wouldn't want to do a trip to hospital 2 days before Christmas. Yahuba whined quietly, and Kyotani instinctively wrapped his arms around him to bring him closer, rubbing gentle circles into his back. Don't remind me that. Remind you what? That there are only 2 days until Christmas. I don't have anything done yet. No decorations, almost no food, nothing. It's so messy here. And when I go to get something, it falls on my head and makes even more mess. Why is everything against me? Kyotani furrowed his brow. Don't you think you are making too much fuss about it? It's not that big of a deal. He regretted his words the moment they left his mouth.
Yeah, that was
Yahuba looked
bad
up,
choice
his
of
eyes
words.
burning up when he tore himself from Kyotani's arms and stepped back, clenching his jaw. Yeah, you say that when you are doing absolutely nothing. You have days off and yet you aren't doing anything to help me with all this.
I don't know.
In a sudden spur of defiance, Kyotani crossed his arms over his
Now I
chest,
feel bad for both
trying
of
his
them.
hardest not to raise his voice back. What do you mean nothing? I've been running around stores the whole week for you. I've been
No, don't
listening to you
fight.
snapping
Not two
around the
days
whole
before
time, and for what?
Christmas.
For you to tell me I'm doing nothing. I don't know what your problem is, but I'm not going to be your dummy to push around. I just want nice Christmas. Is that so difficult to understand? Well, I don't see anything nice about them right now. And if you continue like this even next year, then what?
Oh my
You will
gosh.
go home and leave me here alone too. A heavy silence settled in the room. Any anger and frustration Kyotani felt dissipated, immediately replaced by a starting panic when he noticed
No,
Yahuba's
poor
eyes
Yahuba.
glossing over, same as the tension almost seeping from
He
his
shouldn't have
posture
yelled
and
at
his trembling
Kyotani, but
hands.
Kyotani did
Shigeru.
say the wrong thing.
Yahuba backed away when he reached for him before bolting out of the room, first tears running down his cheeks. Fuck. Shitch. The loud bang of door being shut made him jump, and his heart sank. He let out a heavy sigh. God fucking damn it. He should have known there was more to Yahuba's behavior than just some common crankiness. After all those years of being together and knowing every piece of their respective souls, he should have realized sooner. Much sooner. He
Oh, now
sighed
I feel
again as his
bad.
gaze fell on the scattered things on the floor, among which he spotted one of the ornaments from the set he gave Yahuba when they were still in high school. Or rather what remained of it. Carefully, he
Oh,
collected all of the
it
shattered pieces,
broke.
hoping it was just this one that got broken.
I understand the stress
Unfortunately,
that
his
Yahuba's
prayers
going
fell
through.
on deaf ears as
It's
in
an
the
awful
next moment,
stress. And to
he
be
spotted
told
more
by
shards with
Kyotani
the
that it
familiar
doesn't
decor
matter.
lying
Oh.
just a bit further from him. No wonder they say if one thing breaks, others soon follow. He set the pieces on the table, silently promising to get back to them later, and rushed to look for the room Yahuba closed himself in. He didn't have to look for long. The door to their bedroom was now shut close, and his heart broke upon hearing the quiet sniffles from behind them.
Oh.
Biting his lip, he stopped himself from reaching for the handle and instead knocked gently on the wood. Shigeru. Can I come in? There was a short pause,
Let him in.
after which a
Please
voice
let him
much
in.
weaker than he would like sounded in among the tearful breathing. It's fine. I'm fine. No, you
You're
aren't.
not fine. Don't
Please,
lie.
let me in, I want to help. I'm sorry I yelled at you, I'm not going to again, I swear. He waited patiently, part of him prepared for the option that the door would stay closed. Then, the light click of the lock reached his ears. Slowly, he opened the door and his heart cracked when his eyes landed on the slumped figure of his fiancée sitting at the very edge of the bed, his back turned to him. Chich. I'm sorry. Kyotani hesitated before sitting down next to
This
Yahuba.
is so sad.
Gently, he freed Yahuba's hands from the clutch of his knees, taking note of the bright red crescent moon-shaped marks on his skin. You have nothing to apologize for.
I mean,
How? I raised my voice first and I'm being difficult. Again. Kyotani was moving even before Yahuba fully finished and pulled him under his chin, hoping he read the mood right and wasn't making Yahuba even more uncomfortable. But his worries were soon dispersed when he felt Yahuba clutching his t-shirt in his hands, his
oh,
whole body shaking.
these poor
You
boys.
aren't being difficult. And I'm not going anywhere, I promise. Now or next year or ever.
Yeah, you better
A
not.
strangled
You
sob
can't leave
tore from
Yahuba.
Yahuba's throat. I'm sorry. I just don't want our Christmas to end up like back at our house. But then, I saw the ornaments breaking and you got upset too, and I thought you have enough too, and. Kyotani tightened the embrace around Yahuba. SHH, it's okay. I'm sorry too, I shouldn't have yelled at you either. But now that I know what's going on, I can make it better.
You better make it
We
better.
we can make it better.
Yes.
Kyotani smiled softly and gently wiped the tears from Yahuba's lashes. Right. We are in this together. You aren't on your own
That's
anymore,
so cute.
and don't worry about the ornaments. I'll glue them back together later. The faintest hint of smile appeared on Yahuba's lips, but even that little was
As long
enough
as
for
they're together,
Kyotani.
I feel like Christmas would
He
go well
pressed a
for
tender
them.
kiss to Yahoba's forehead and continued stroking his arm while gently rocking them back and forth. Let's rest a bit and then we can start again. Sounds good.
Oh, such a good story. New Year's wishes.
To Taichi's surprise, the weather on New Year was almost ideal. After the snowstorms that raged in most of Japan since Christmas, the clouds decided to finally dissipate and show the beautiful blue skies.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
in time for
Haikyuu
their
Smirk just
annual
has like
shrine
the
visit.
best, like,
Come on, Tai. You are
they're the
slower than
best
a
with
snail
words.
today.
Like, you can
Taichi
actually
would
like
love to
feel
roll
their
his eyes since there
descriptions
was
when you're
really no
watching the
reason to rush
videos.
anywhere.
I love
But
it.
Hayato's enthusiastic nature was as infectious as ever and his smile perhaps brighter than the sun itself, and Taichi didn't have the heart to ruin it. Coming. I'm just enjoying the weather for once. Hayato flashed him a wide grin
The
and
weather for
entwined
winter,
their fingers together
it
while
really
bumping
depends
their
on where you are,
shoulders
but
affectionately.
snow
True, we
is
should
great for
appreciate the
Christmas
small
and
things,
Christmas
right?
Eve, but
I'm just excited to go to the shrine again. We need to get the fortune slips this time too. I didn't get one since forever. Taichi's good mood faltered a bit. The last time he drew a fortune slip during a shrine visit was before the whole thing with Hayato's accident went down. Back then, he got curse.
oh
And if
jeez,
there
a
was something
curse?
he didn't want to risk, it was getting another bad one. Are you sure? Isn't it more an activity for kids?
Why
You are
are these
never too
activities
old
for
to get a
kids? I
fortune
think they should
slip.
be for whoever.
Taichi sighed but let Hayato pull him along
Like what
anyway.
Hayato
The
said.
last thing he wanted was for his baseless fears to ruin Hayato's mood. After all, why would he be so naive to believe a piece of paper could predict a car crash and injury? But the closer they came to the shrine and stall, the heavier his heart became. He refused to even look towards the fortune slips already hung on the strings,
Oh,
unconsciously squeezing Hayato's hand
he
even harder than
was
before.
worried that he's
Get
going
a
to
grip,
cause
damn it.
something bad for Hayato
It's just a
again.
fortune
It's so
slip,
sad.
nothing world-changing. Tai. What's wrong? You are getting pale.
Oh,
Taichi snapped out of his thought and looked around, confused, realizing they were already standing in front of the shrine. He quickly connected his hands, trying to pass his absent-mindedness for being in silent prayer. He hoped Hayato wouldn't question it again, but judging by the look Hayato gave him, his hopes fell on deaf ears. Similar to most of
yeah.
his
I mean, when you
prayers.
go pale
Tai.
when at a shrine, you're going
I'm
to
fine,
cause worry to your
I
significant other.
was thinking. He cringed inwardly when he noticed Hayato's eyebrows knitting together. He followed Hayato aside, his mind racing to come up with the best possible excuse. He couldn't let Hayato see the swirl of thoughts in his head. He couldn't show him what weighed on his mind in the last few days.
Oh.
He will just worry again. It's not worth it. He startled when warm, calloused hands cupped his face and made
You'd
him
feel
look
better if you
slightly
told
down.
him, but I get that you
Taichi,
don't want to worry
what's
him.
wrong? I can tell something is off, why don't you want to tell me? It's nothing, really, I. He let out a shuddered sigh and lowered his eyes. You are doing it again. Worrying him for no reason. No wonder he would. He stopped himself from thinking further,
Oh,
startled by his own thoughts.
don't be taken by your
When
own
did this even
thoughts.
start? Hey, SHH, nothing like that. You promised to tell me if something is wrong, remember? Please. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on.
That's so true.
Taichi sighed again, his heart aching. He didn't deserve to be treated like this. Not for being difficult like this, not for needing constant reassurance. And yet Hayato always found the will to be gentle with him, unbelievably so.
Oh my god.
Just how did he get so lucky in life?
So cute.
It's my head acting up again. He avoided his gaze, unable to look at Hayato,
Thoughts are
the
a
only
strange
person that
thing,
had the needed
especially when you get
patience
too
to
far
stay
into
with
them.
him, too scared to find out all of this was just some wishful dream, a deceit created by his own mind. I don't want this to end, and I'm scared that I will call bad luck on us again if I get the fortune slip. He waited in the tense silence, waiting for Hayato to laugh at H for being stupid or naive or worse. But nothing of that sort came. Instead, the thumbs on his cheeks started to caress his skin, warming it up from the surrounding cold.
Oh,
Oh sweetheart,
my heart.
that's what troubles you so much. You should have said something. I wouldn't drag you to the slips if I knew you don't want to do that. Though I
Hayato,
highly
you're a
doubt you
good
would be able to
significant
call
other.
bad luck on us. I thought so too, but last year, I don't want to get another curse one. I'm scared. Hayato clicked his tongue and after a quick check of their surroundings, stood up on his tiptoes to get a quick kiss. It's fine. I will pull one for both of us, what do you say? Then you won't have to be worried anymore.
Such a good significant
And
other.
even if I
He's
get a
so
bad one,
sweet.
we are in this together, right? We always were. I swore to stand by you in every situation and I'm definitely not going anywhere. His lips curled up in one of his typical grins. Besides, we still have to show your father how real love looks like.
Yeah, you do.
Despite everything, Taichi had to smile, a soft chuckle escaping his mouth. Right. Hayato,
You
apparently
two are
satisfied
just.
with it, reached up for another kiss before entwining their fingers
They
again and
warm my
tugging on
heart.
Taichi's hand. Alright. Let's get that slip and then we can go get something to eat. I heard the place right under the shrine has a sale on ramen today. That sounds great. He let himself be led towards the shrine again, his heart speeding up as he watched Hayato
Gosh,
taking one of the
what is it gonna
slips.
be?
Please be good, please be good. Then, Hayato's face brightened up. He turned around, proudly showing Taichi the piece of paper. Future blessing.
Yes. Oh my
Relief
gosh.
washed over Taichi like a huge wave. Seems like this year is going to be better after all.
Oh my gosh, guys. Hayato Smirk pulling at the heartstrings again. I. Their work is just absolutely amazing. I love their descriptions. I love their characters. It always seems so relatable. I'm just. Oh my gosh. I love that they did 3 ships. I love those ships, but I don't see Taichi and Hayato together too much, so that's always fun to watch. It was such a good video. I really do love how they write and love their writing. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. Especially the Taichi and Hayato one. The fear of getting a curse and all that. It warms my heart how good of a boyfriend Hayato is. And then Taichi over here being relieved and being comforted by his boyfriend. It was just, all of their stories are super good. I love their stories. I love the sledding story too. That's always fun. I love sledding. I love showing people sledding. So, anyways, that's it for today. I can't stop smiling from their videos, but that's it for today. Thank you for the support and thank you for watching. I will see you when I see you.